What's up everybody, it's ET13 and welcome back to a brand new video after I've taken a much needed break. So this is a discussion video as I have put in the title. Real quick I'm going to explain these because I know some people don't understand what this is. This is where I put little to no effort in editing and it is just me talking about a subject. Now, this is supposed to be for background sounds or whatever. Just, you can hear my thoughts, you can dwell on it yourself, and that's what this is for. Personal thoughts on what is going on. Now, today I will be discussing the Criterion Collection's recently revealed Godzilla, the Shòwa Era box set. And I'll say this, I'm happy we got it. I'm really happy. I could not be any more thrilled that we get this beautiful box set. I'm not entirely pleased with it. I'm actually pretty disappointed. Now, here is where I'm going to start my discussion. So anyway, let's start. I feel like they crammed it all onto one box set, which was 100% unnecessary. They should have done a Volume 1 and a Volume 2. The first volume contains Godzilla Raids Again, King Kong vs. Godzilla, Mothra vs. Godzilla, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, and Invasion of Astro Monster. That should have been Volume 1. Volume 2 should have been Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, Son of Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters, Godzilla's Revenge, Godzilla vs. Hedorah, Godzilla vs. Gigan, Godzilla vs. Megalon, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, and Terror of Mechagodzilla. I think that pretty well balances out. Basically, it should be 7 and 8. And they should have done it, each movie as a single disc, instead of cramming 15 movies on 8 discs. Now, I am also upset about the... We're not going to talk about the artwork yet, but the quality and the what's on these discs. There's nothing. Most of them are the original Japanese versions with subtitles in the trailer for it. That's it. Now, like I said, I'm happy we got this, but I feel like so much more effort in the last 2 years could have been put into this. Starting off, I feel like Criterion, yes, they should have ported everything from the 54 disc onto this 54 disc. I think that should have been the thing. Include the booklet, just maybe new artwork, and new features, maybe. Don't even include new features. Don't waste a penny on the original 54. You've already used it. It's ready to go. Godzilla Raids Again should have both the English and Japanese versions. Maybe you can even include the original title that said Gigantus, the fire monster, such as it said on the old VHSs. Include audio commentaries for both of them. Take exactly what classic media did, and then do more. Excuse me. King Kong vs. Godzilla. Good, they're including both the original Japanese version and the English version. Put commentaries on them. The original trailers. Put stuff on it so people want to buy it. Same with Mothra vs. Godzilla. Include the original English version and the Japanese version. Then include trailers and everything classic media did, and then some. Same with Ghidorah, and Astro Monster, and Sea Monster, and Son of Godzilla. The list goes on. Include the original English cuts that cannot be found anywhere but on VHS. That is what I wanted. I wanted to see alternate versions to make me want to buy this set. Because when you're a collector like me, I have almost 10 copies of the original Godzilla movie, 2 copies of Godzilla Raids Again, multiple copies of basically, any Godzilla movie I have more than 1 copy of. That's because I'm a completionist and I own every single release, essentially. So, the need for me to get this is legitimately for the Japanese version of King Kong vs. Godzilla. And then, like, the 3 extra special features they included. I'm pretty sure there's also a few new dubs provided by Toho for the international dubbings. And I'm pretty sure it's like Invasion of Astro Monster and like 2 others. That's it. But like I said, I'm happy we got this. I really am. They could have done way more with this. They kind of, yes, remastering them, good. But I'm fine with the picture that's on the classic media versions. Now the re-released ones, not the original versions. But in the artwork, I kind of prefer that more than this one. It's more unified. Even the Kraken releasings kind of kept that unified look that the classic media ones had. Here's what I wanted. I wanted both the English and Japanese versions of each movie, except for the ones where there's an international dub and an American dub, which I wanted them to include both those dubs, and commentaries. That's all I wanted. I didn't care about any other loaded special feature. But we're not getting that. We're getting a few special features like unused special effects scenes and stuff like that. So, this means that honestly, the Media Blaster's original release of Destroy All Monsters is probably better than Criterion's release of Destroy All Monsters, mainly because it is loaded to the brim with special features. Same with my Godzilla vs. Megalon unauthorized version released. It's got way more stuff than Criterion does for it. I'm just saying Criterion's supposed to be this super ultra company where they put so much time and effort into this. I was fine waiting 2 years. I went at the beginning of this, I said it should have been 2 separate box sets. Release the first one around the time of King of the Monsters. Then you say in March, you can get Volume 2. We're working on it right now. We're adding as much as we can. Then, when Godzilla vs. Kong comes out, you can get Volume 2. And they would look unified and together. Then you can get rid of all of your different versions if you want to, and you can immediately keep them, or get rid of them. But due to the fact that you're going to miss major importances, you can't get rid of your DVDs. I wish they could have done something about that. Because, okay, I'm pretty sure Godzilla, Terror of Mecha, no. It's Terror of Mechagodzilla was butchered and done well for its original American release. The Terror of Mechagodzilla was the one that they treated it right. Wait, no, it may be mixed up. I need to rewatch or listen to the commentary. That will not be apparent on the Criterion version. The Terror of Godzilla was released for TV, and they butchered that cut, which is what can be found on the Scimitar and the original classic media version. I want that with the English version and the Japanese version, so I don't have to own 3 different discs. And again, that's the only reason to get this box set now is the original King Kong vs. Godzilla Japanese version, which I can't even listen to how it was made because they don't have time to include a documentary. I talked to Ed Gajewski and Steve Rifle, and they said that they were trying to get their documentary that can be found on the Rodan and War of the Gargantuas DVD on this box set. It's nowhere to be found. Criterion should have held off until they could secure 100% the rights. I know they wanted it to be their huge Spine 1000 because they've been trying to do Godzilla for over 20 years now. They tried to release them on Laserdisc, but I feel like they could have spent a lot more time and effort into making this the ultimate Godzilla collection. Because like I said, you're spending $200 on basically what I've built up on for about $250. And that's including all the other versions. So it's almost unnecessary, but I'm gonna get it. Like I said, I'm a completionist. I just the fact also that they're including multiple movies on one disc is also going to hurt the quality of those discs. I am not thrilled on how Criterion has done this. Now, like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm happy we have it. I was joyed when I saw it revealed. I've been waiting for this for 2 years. And I had heard reports beforehand that it's kind of disappointing. But I said, no, Criterion knows what they're doing. I'm going to wait. Well, I was kind of wrong. They kind of did make a disappointing release. I wanted multiple cuts of each film that now can only be viewed on older out-of-print discs or the VHSs, which luckily I own those, so I can watch any cut of any Godzilla movie I want. I just don't want to. I'd like to have it all on one disc, so I'm feeling the Criterion dub of Son of Godzilla today. Okay, I'll watch it. You know what? I want to listen to the international dub. No, I want it in Japanese. I want to read subtitles. You know, I want that choice, but I can't because of how they did it. It's basically like what Sony did, except it's a lot cheaper and they didn't have to digitally restore anything. I mean, that's how I feel about this. I wish Criterion could have done a better job because I was here for them to do that. Because I know Criterion tries to do their best. And they could have actually, after Godzilla vs. Kong, at the end of the year, for like a December release, they can say, if you didn't buy those 2 discs separate, here is a box of the box sets, where you can spend almost the same price for one for both. You know, I mean, they could have done that and it would have worked. People would have held off for that, or people would have also bought that version. And and we're going to get into the artwork now. It's not cohesive. It's separate, it looks weird, and I just think that they were like, you know what, we're going to make this as crazy and as low budget as we can while still trying to be strategic. And they accomplished that. I appreciate what the artist did, but they don't fit the movies. They feel more like it's a comic book. Even the cover is very pop artsy. I was kind of wanting a simple, in like a super fancy, formal style Godzilla, the 2 dots, the Shòwa Era, and then it's just a white cover, a white, thing that's the sleeve, and it would have stills from all the Godzilla movies from that era, and like in the middle would be Godzilla. That's what I wanted. That I don't care if it looks super fancy or not. I wanted more of a formal Criterion release. And I was kind of expecting and hoping for that. Now, expecting is the recipe for disappointment. And I probably was expecting too much from Criterion. I would love to say I can't wait to get this, but I don't care. That's the problem. I don't care. This release is just like, oh, here's another thing to take a huge dent out of my wallet, and that's it. And as I said before, I am not upset we're getting this. I am thrilled that we are going to get Son of Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla after almost 20 years. In 5 years, it's going to be 20 years, it would have been out of print and unavailable anywhere in the US. So I'm happy we got that. I was saying, if Criterion does a good enough job with this, after Kraken loses its release or its rights in 2022, I want them to get those, Mill Creek's rights, and Sony, they could either lease it out or hold off for 2025 whenever, hopefully, they don't renew their contract with Toho. And they could do a Heisei Millennium box set together. Because those eras are very much together. They're very similar in a lot of ways. But they didn't do that. I would even like to see Shin Godzilla get its own single release. I would love that. But we're not going to get that, obviously. Basically now, you're going to have to buy a lot of different things to get all of them. And I was hoping Criterion could fix that. Right now, I'm standing at like 3 stars out of 5 for wanting this box set. You know, like I said, basically the only reason why I'm buying this is the King Kong vs. Godzilla Japanese version. That's it. And yes, $200 is a lot for a single movie. But I'll do it if it's for Godzilla, you know? And I was aware of the booklet before it came out, so that wasn't a huge surprise, but I bet they did a great job. I love reading those. What would have been cool is if they could have included the Classic Media booklet and the Criterion's first booklet as other features you could get. But again, they kinda underperformed there. You know, I really wish they could have done better. They could have, but they didn't. Now, I know a lot of people are like, why are you trashing it? It's amazing. It's beautiful. You are absolutely right. It's an amazing release. The fact that Criterion sees these movies fit to be put on their 1000th spine, which is a huge deal, is an honor. Godzilla, that's amazing. I love that. But they kind of didn't live up to the hype and the expectations and the huge release of this. We got note of this in November of 2017, and here it is July of 2019, and we get the announcement, and I'm like, I mean, I basically have that at my fingertips right now. It's just not in the best condition. Like, they're not in the restored versions. You know, that's not good enough. They could have done better. And it's like I said, I'm happy they did it. I'm excited to get it, but I know a person who he told me, keep me updated. I want to see this. I want to get this because I know Criterion's going to do a great job. And I told him today, this is it. He looked at me and he said, you gotta be kidding, right? I said, no. And he said, that doesn't look good at all. I'm disappointed with the special features, and the box art's kind of stands out too much. And I tend to agree with him. I honestly wish that Criterion could have done better. But I'm not upset Criterion's releasing it. I hope that makes sense. And I apologize that it's me ranting for 20 minutes about a Criterion release, but the problem is, like I said, I was wanting this for a long time. And now I'm like, well, I just waited all this time and it's whatever. You know. Now, I'm kind of hoping now that Criterion, since they did get King Kong vs. Godzilla, if they can get King Kong Escapes, along with Rodan and Gargantuas, and then the Media Blasters movies, which I'm pretty sure Media Blasters is out of business now. So, that's the Mysterians, Varan, Atragon, Dogora, Frankenstein Conquers the World, Latitude Zero, Space Amoeba, and release those in a Eclipse box set. But I know if they didn't give Godzilla the ultimate treatment, they're not going to give those movies a good treatment either. They'll restore them, maybe not even put the English versions on and just say, here you go, have spend money on us and you can have them. And even like license the Mothra movie and the Mothra trilogy and get Orochi too. It's just, I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed. A positive side is now you don't have to worry because Son of Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla are retaining their English dubs, the international versions. So, I mean, it's not too bad there, but everything else is kind of a letdown. I mean, took great care of Son of Godzilla, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, Hedorah, Gigant, Sea Monster. We have those already in great shape. Criterion can't really do much more than what they did for them. And that's where the alternate versions could have came in very handy. I guess comment down below how awful I sound and how ungrateful I am and how I am 100% wrong. It's a great idea. They did great jobs on it. Do that. I'm just telling you now, I don't care. I am disappointed. I think they could have done better, and they should have done better. But like I said, that's my opinion. You can leave your opinion down below. I will honor it. We may get into a small discussion, but I love that. So comment down below what you guys think of this box set. I will link the Criterion Collections link down below. And yeah, I did email Criterion on why they didn't include the alternate releases. We'll see if I get a reply back. If I do, and it's something worth it, I'll talk about it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize for ranting for 20 minutes, but, you know, like I said, it's for you to kick back, listen to a bit, do a few things, and think about your opinion. Dwell on the subject. That's what I want you to get out of this is, what about this? Or maybe he's right about this, or I don't agree with that entirely. I want that. I hope you guys do get that. But, I mean, it's like, basically, I'm rehashing everything now. So, like I said, comment down below. What do you guys think? I'm getting it. Like I said, I'm buying it no matter what. Are you going to buy it? Or are you basically like... I already own the classic medias and the media blasters and the Sony and the Kraken releases. I don't see a reason to get this. I'm not going to care about getting King Kong vs. Godzilla in Japanese and the slight special features for that $200. And I know people are freaking out. We got new subtitles. Oh my god. I don't care. I don't want to watch it with subtitles. I want to listen to it with commentary and learn about the film, not know what I already know about it, except it's direct translations. You know, I don't care. I've seen all these movies 50 times. I know exactly what happens in both the English and Japanese versions. But, like I said, I'll let you guys tell me what you think down below. Do you want them to do a Heisei and Millennium box set? Do you want them to get all the solo Godzilla movie or spin-off monster movies and do an Eclipse set? Maybe we could finally get Gorath on a DVD. Same with Half Human. Who knows? So I hope you guys enjoy. I apologize like I said, and I guess I will see you guys next time. So as always, don't let King Kong make a monkey out of you, G-fans. See ya.